This is a response to Laker Coolman, who says, "What was your first computer?" Okay, you want to know what my first computer is? I had basically one of the best gaming rigs, well, at least that I knew of, out of anyone, back in 1996. It's an upgraded, because me and my dad upgraded this, XPS from 1996. Yep, here it is. Dell. And we upgraded it. We upgraded it back then. We haven't upgraded it since about 1996. When we first got it, we just started upgrading crap. Alright. Right now, it has Windows 98, but this has been through 3 upgrades. This has been upgraded since Windows 95, Windows 98, and Windows 2000. We decided to downgrade it from Windows 2000 though, because it wasn't running very smoothly. It has a CD recorder. Yeah, this is like, well, it wasn't a CD recorder. Let's see, yeah, it was a compact disc and it could record. Yeah, one of the first ones that had a thing that could record. It has a floppy disk and it has a floppy disk and the dead format that never got anywhere. The zip drive. Here's the power switch in the back. We got the fans. We got the mouse and keyboard. Now this is pretty cool because back then, the mouse and keyboard things were black, just like everything else basically. And it was one of the first ones I think to have USB. Of course you have your printer, your monitor. Well, not your monitor. Your monitor's down here. Forget what this does. I'm not the brightest person right now. Alright, you have your line in, line out, and mic in. Can't really see it. There you go. You have you have your telephone mic, the 2 dial-up modems, and the mic for the speaker. The line in for the speaker. This thing's dusty. This was my first computer. And back then, when I said it was a gaming rig, it is. Because for 1996, this has right here 30 gigabytes of RAM. I mean, not RAM, hard drive. Now, you may not consider that a big deal, but back in the day, this was huge. I mean, this iMac from almost the same time period has only 4 gigabytes of RAM on its 4 gigabytes on its hard drive. Not very much. So this had a huge hard drive. And the average computer only had about 5 or 6, or actually just like 3 or 4 gigabytes on their hard drive. Now, this is heavy because back then all the parts weighed like 1,000,000 pounds. Alright. It's the speaker out. It also had a zip drive, which wasn't very common because zip drives virtually got nowhere. But just to refresh your memory, they were the floppy disks that could hold 100 megabytes, which was revolutionary. And if you don't believe me, it's an XPS. It says right there, Inspiron XPS D300. Whoa. This is my first computer. My second computer is the iMac. Then we have the Dell in the other room, which now has Ubuntu and Windows XP. Then we have the Windows Vista laptop, the iMac here, and that's it. So this was the first experience. It lasted very, very long. It lasted through Windows 95, Windows 98, and 2000. But after that, it got old. The only thing I have to say about this is that it costed a lot, okay? Alright, this is about a $5,000 computer for back in the day. This was a lot of money. You know how much it's worth now? This computer is basically this. This iPod is basically this computer now. That's how far we've come, man. Alright, this is just a response to Laker Cool Man. What was your first computer?